Building codes. So this is one, like, some people don't pay for it, which I think is crazy. Well, if I had damage to this wall from maybe a tree falling down and hitting it, and then this wall needs to be replaced, if there's issues with how this window is installed and it needs to be brought up to current code, the insurance carrier doesn't have to pay for those additional costs. Technically, they have to pay for what was there. So if I have this window and it's just framed normally and there's no extra additional things for at least like how it's installed, let's say I had an additional $6,000 of code upgraded needed costs that have to be incurred, and they're like, well, that's not how it was, it's more of a code issue, they can just outright not pay for it because it's not purchased as an actual coverage. And so this is kind of where it becomes really important. Now, there are some times where this number is very large. Like, I've had, I think the highest one I've ever seen on a building code upgrade, maybe it was like 780,000 additional to coverage, and it got all used up. Every bit of it got used up because the codes had changed so much in that house. Like, I think the house was originally built in 1970 or 1968. Well, the codes have changed a lot since then. So the carrier was allowed to put most of those costs associated with bringing it up to current code in this coverage bucket. And so, like, on documents, you'll see dwelling A coverage, other structures, and then ordinance and law. And they move some of those costs down there and apply it to that coverage that's paid or purchased, which in this case, not purchased. So that claim was actually a really bad one because the carrier was completely right in only paying a certain amount of things. They didn't have to pay for all the decking upgrades and all the other things. And that's like, it was like 14, I think $16,000 that the property owner had to pay because they just didn't pay for that coverage. So super important to know that.